Let's get right back to it, lady. Here's the next topic. Here's a scenario for you. You're in a relationship with someone who's a night owl, and you're more of a morning person. So you go to bed on the early side, and your partner crawls into bed around 1 a.m. Then in the morning, you're up and ready to start your day, and your partner still sleeps in till noon. How do you keep a healthy sex life if you're on different sleep schedules?
Ew. Well, it's funny.
Well, you have the
okay. Funny you should mention that. No, I mean, as an actor, sometimes when I'm in production, my schedule is completely different whenever God blesses me with a man. But from this imaginary partner that I have, I guess you got to make time for it. You have to check in. You know what I'm saying? So even if it's a situation to where, hey, my lunch break is going to be from this time to this time. Is there a way for you to take your lunch break too, and then you have lunch together? Something is delivered hot and ready, if you know what I mean. I'm trying to keep it. I'm trying to edit myself.
Give it to it.
It's a new group, and I don't mean a pizza. But I just think, and it's easier, of course, to do that when it's a short-term, situation where your schedules are going to be conflicted versus long, or if you're married and you kind of have to figure that thing out. I mean, what do you think?
Well, no, you're bringing up a really great point, because we put things in the calendar, things that are important to us. We schedule things. And believe it or not, couples report that their sex life is better when their sex is actually scheduled.
Really?
Yes, and you know why? Because just the way your body prepares itself to go to the gym, your body does amazing things. When you know you're gonna
Okay, so
sex,
it's not like meet you at 12 o'clock at this time for this.
Well,
it's
your
like, tonight I'm about to give it to you.
Your body's preparing itself to actually have sex.
Okay.
So it's revving itself up.
Okay.
So therefore the sex is better. And by the way, what you're describing about the sleep-wake cycles being off, researchers have termed this as a very sad and depressing state of affairs. It's called the silent drift apart.
Yes.
When couples begin to sleep on different schedules. It happens about 3.5 years into the relationship. Yeah. Coincidentally, when he stops saying, I love you, when you guys prefer, or we prefer sleep over sex.
Yeah.
So this is a very real thing.
Well, I was thinking when we were talking about this, you ever hear the term what you fall in love with ultimately is the thing that turned you off eventually? So I had this same thing where I was with a guy and he was always up really early. And I thought, oh, well, you're so responsible. You have to be at work. I appreciate it. You come home early. You're not a partier. You don't want to be in the streets. But then sometimes you want to have fun. You want to be a little more adventurous. And I'm extremely spontaneous. But then I had this I gotta go to bed early. I'm very responsible. I have to do, there was no fun. There was no spontaneity. Margin. And when you talk about this drift apart, that's exactly what happened. All the things that I loved, the main thing that I thought was great, started to become a problem towards the end of the relationship.
Well, yeah, but I think a woman should have two lists when she first meets a man. A must-have list, a man must be this, and then we cannot do this.
Right.
Now, no man is completely on this list.
Right.
He's gonna have a side to him that you might not be but you gotta know if these are deal breakers or not.
Right.
But in the beginning, you gotta kind of make some of those decisions, because what happens is, if what you thought you loved about a man, you find out you really didn't love about a man, then maybe that's not really what you love in a man.
Exactly.
But most marriages that are in these sleep are usually because there's a difference in work schedule.
Sure.
Like a guy work nights and you work days. Well, he get in at 6 in the morning, you waking up, he ready.
Yeah.
But hey, man, hold up. I got to get up. I got to get these kids ready.
Right.
We can't do nothing right now. I think that would create a problem. So that's really tough.
My husband and I have sex Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays.
Oh.
We know that.
Okay.
So we know that. So we prepare Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays. And at the same time, in that long period of being together, there was a time where my husband was snoring. And if you've ever been with a man who snores, or a human being who snores,
You want to kick him in the throat.
I want to blow my stack. I mean, I just could not handle this. I just couldn't handle it. So we started sleeping in different beds. And both of us felt this silent drift.
Yes,
And
of
I had
course.
said, you know what? I'm gonna get a white noise machine. You get the thing you put in your mouth. Whatever you gotta do.
Yeah.
But we're sleeping in the same
Fact.
bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that little nose stretch joint. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Contraction.
Yeah. Well, I understand this Sunday. That's a good deal. Hey, ladies, thank you all for being here today. Another great panel. Hey, folks, we'll be right back, y'all.